All right, why, Jay? I just want to have a discussion real quick. You know, I want to talk about things that are commercially viable as opposed to things that I kind of view as an acquired taste. The way I look at things that are more viable commercially is I kind of look at it like if I'm gonna try to explain what's going on in my mind when it comes to this. I think the best way would be to first of all explain the context of now, which that's what I'm speaking under. I'm not speaking under the context of yesteryear. I'm speaking in the landscape of now. When you speak about commercially viable things, I think the best way I could put it is there's a certain level of easy listening. I feel like is the best way I could put it. We got some things coming out of Cali right now, and I feel like it's good music, but it's not commercially viable music. There's some boom pap coming out. At one point, boom pap, yes, was commercially viable, but it no longer is. And I think there's a reason for this. And I think to make it make sense, I would have to bring up the term or the genre easy listening. Um, you look at easy listening music. If you go to Spotify and you go to categories and you look at all the genres of music, you will see there's an actual genre called easy listening. This is music that you will hear when you're on the elevator, when you're in the grocery store, when you're in a public place. It's like an easy, you know, you don't have to think, you don't have to, it's just easy listening. The genre explains exactly what it is to the T. And when you look at commercial music, for the most part, because you do have unicorns like the Kanye West, like the maybe you could say Tyler the Creator, like there definitely gonna be unicorns and exceptions to the rule, but generally for the most part, I will say things that are commercially viable will always be easier to listen to. This is not rocket science. I'm not claiming that this is rocket science. I'm not claiming to have some inner uh, inner intelligence about music to be able to put this out or say what I'm saying. It's an observation. So you know, take that in context as well. Now, an artist like a Freddie Gibbs, a producer like Alchemist, putting out the Alfredo 2 album, which was a good album, not my favorite Freddie Gibbs showing. Thought he had a better year the year before. But this is not commercially viable music. Benny the Butcher is not commercially viable music. Um, does that mean they can't make it? No, it doesn't mean they can't make it. We seen Conway the Machine, JID, and Ludacris on Scatterbrain, and there's a difference in that sound than what Conway does for the most part. And it makes sense why, if you go to his channel, that's the one of the highest viewed songs on his channel. So for me, I think when we get a project like the J. Cole, I will even add the Clips album that they just dropped. Pharrell knows how to make hits past like he knows how to make hits, man. That wasn't the goal of it. You Another way I guess you could view it You got Kendrick Lamar To Pimp a Butterfly, and then you got Kendrick Lamar GNX. Which one of those albums is more commercially viable? It's right there in our face. And one may say, well, why would you want something that's not easy to listen to? You know, why would you want something that's not easy to listen to? And I think it kind of boils down to just the mindset of the listener ultimately. Because I understand, why would you want something you have to dissect and you have to, you know, block things out in your world, in your life. You can't just passively listen to it. Easy listening promotes passive listening. I do feel like that. And as far as albums, you know, like the Cole album, you can't passively listen to that to appreciate it. You can passively listen to Young Jeezy, TM 103. You don't, 102, 103, 10, passive listening. Do I like to listen passively? Yes, at times I do, and at times I don't. So that's why in all of this was not video to bash Southern music, because everything is needed. I don't want to hear the South doing the same thing that I hear the West doing. I don't want to hear the West doing the same thing the South is doing, but and vice versa with the East. I don't want to hear that. For my audio palette that plays to the soundtrack of my life, I could never have only one of these things going on. It's gotta be a fruitful buffet of audio dope, you know? And I think, to me, that's the best way to compartmentalize this thing that we call hip hop. I have to digest every aspect of the food triangle. The shit on the top, sparingly, you know, 2-3 times a week you eat this. And y'all remember the food triangle back in school. The shit on the bottom, the eggs, bread, milk, this shit you eat the most, and the shit you go up. So, and that's kind of how I compartmentalize hip hop in general. And when it comes to commercially receptive or easier listening hip hop, there is a section on my food triangle of audio dope that does involve that. So just wanted to talk about music real quick. No Flow Decoded. It's really just YJ Decoded. You know, myself decoded, damn it. Let's go. I'm out this thing. Hit that like button for hip hop, man. I'll catch you on the next one.
Smell like boo-boo, smell like doo-doo. I got your girl dancing in a moo-moo with her bonnet on. You knocking at the door, she not at home. Better yet, she is, but she not alone. Open the door, Keisha.